welcome back. Your dreams were your ticket out. Welcome back to that same old place that you laughed about. Well, the names have all changed since you hung around, but those dreams have remained and they've turned around. Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Back here where we need ya. Back here where we need ya. Yeah, the tease him a lot, 'cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Welcome back. All right, give it a stretch. Okay. Woo, it's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. But you know what? That's why we do untilit.works, a thing I made mostly for myself to be able to work on projects and get things done so that I can get some of these ideas out into the real world. All right. So untilit.works consists of ciphers, and a cipher is a 3-hour block of time. Within each cipher, there are sessions. There's a work session and a break session. Work sessions are like 45 minutes, heads down, working on what working on, trying to make some progress. Break sessions are these. Well, I'll pop up on the video, normally around like 15 minutes after the hour, kind of depending on what I'm working on. And it's just an opportunity to get up, walk around, drink some water, or sit here and watch me talk about something I found interesting on the internet. But the whole point is to let your mind not think about the thing you're just working on, give your brain some rest. All right. Now, like I said, I'll pop up in here with the video. Now, if you ever come to the site and we're in the middle of a break session, the video may look like it's frozen. And that's because browsers don't allow for autoplay video with audio. And that's why I've noticed they're saying you may need to click start to need to click play button to start the video. All right. Also, there's next to that is a open close caption button. I'm using the speech recognition API built into Chrome browsers to turn my speech into text. So if you click that, a space will open up, and hopefully the words I'm saying will be transcribed accurately and placed into that box. Below that, there's 2 buttons. Don't worry about those. Don't worry about it. It's broken. That's something I got to fix. And then if you'd like to join the room to chat or ask questions, you'll be able to do that. There's a join the room link there. All right. I think that's that for that. Cool. Now, the work session, again, this is where you're trying to put in some work and get some stuff done. That will look like this as I get that ready. Cool. So much stuff is happening. I still have to do my taxes, so that's going to be fun. I just launched a website. We'll take a look at that maybe later. And like a collaboration I'm doing with an artist, so putting that together. So a lot of stuff happening. And then I'm finally going to get like the front part for this enclosure here, so I can start putting the machines in there. I start printing, because that's again has to do with the project I'm working on. I got this bad boy set up, well, kind of set up. I'm gonna start printing on that, and yeah, there's a lot of stuff happening. I want to cut my hair. A lot of stuff happening today, and I want to dry some silicate to use for the whole printing process. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty productive, hopefully. All right. So hopefully I'll get some of that production done during these work sessions. So if you check out subscribe, it has a list of all the upcoming ciphers you can subscribe to get notified when we go live. Over on the left-hand side, if you want to listen to some music, we got an audio player there. Here towards the center, we have a to-do section where it says add a task. You type in your task, hit the plus button or enter. It'll add it to the list. You can click the text to edit the task. You can click X button to delete the task, or if you want to mark it complete, click the checkbox. That'll send it to the done section. So if you click this header done, it'll show you all the things you got completed. If you want to, now when everything's all said and done, if you click this Twitter icon, it'll open up Twitter and it'll pre-populate a tweet listing all the things you got completed with a nice little check mark next to it. For me, it's a good way of showing like, oh, seeing like in visual form, got some stuff done today, feeling good going to the week. Even if I don't get to anything during the week, at least I know I put in some work, right? Towards the right-hand column here, we have a countdown timer, count on when the next break section happens. We have tutorials. Now, if let's say you don't have a thing that you particularly want to get done, but you still want to feel productive. I have links to 3 tutorials that if you're thinking about getting into web development, okay, totally off topic. If you're brand new to web development, you think this sounds pretty cool, I have links to Free Code Camp and the Odin Project. Now, from what I've seen from the curriculum and what people have told me that have gone through them, I think by the end of those programs, you'll have a good understanding of what it takes to do web development. And then from there, you can make an educated decision on whether or not you want to spend more time and or money in pursuing it. And along with that, I have links to some tutorials. So if you are into web development, you can have these tutorials and you can end up with some pretty cool projects that you can then extend, or maybe while you're going through the tutorials, come up with other ideas for other things. So I have 3 tutorials that link to the Vonage developer platform. And I'm a JavaScript developer advocate at Vonage, and part of my responsibilities are look over tutorials. So 3 tutorials that I have there. One is where you follow the tutorial. You have this web application where you put your home phone number into an input box, hit call, and your real world phone will ring, and you'll be able to have a conversation back and forth. Then there's one that's the opposite, where you get a virtual number. You link it to the tutorials application that you create, and you'll be able to call that virtual number from your real world phone and answer in the browser, in the application, and have a conversation back and forth. There's one where like 2 users like log in to the application you create following the tutorial, and then one can call the other through the browser and have a conversation. So I think it's pretty cool. All right, I need to take my hands off of here because it's shaking the desk, thus the webcam. All right, cool. Those are the tutorials. Hako will come back to show and tell sign up. If you want to come up here and talk about something you found interesting on the internet, feel free to do so. Show and tell sign up will walk you through that process. Don't worry about the highlight. That thing is broken. It's related to the other 2 buttons. It's fine. Now, Hako. Hako stands for help a coder / creator out. It's a thing I made that if you ever get stuck working on a project or something, you'll be able to create a Hako, which is a room. They can then invite people into that room. And the hope is that together you'll be able to come up with a solution or the feedback on the thing that you're working on. So if you click view Hako, it shows you all the different Hakos that they created. You can click the creator's name to open up Twitter or GitHub, depending on what they logged in with. And then you can request to join the room, whether, depending on what you see in that profile. I also add the ability to filter by keyword list, filter by keywords. So if there's a specific subject you may be looking for, you can check the list and then you can filter the results by that. Now, when you click create Hako, you're presented with this form. You put in the title and 3 keywords. You hit create, it'll generate a unique URL that you can then copy or click to share to Twitter. When you're joining your Hako, it looks like this. We have this title at the top. Over on the right-hand side, you can leave. You can also open a menu for some more options. We got text chat here to the right. On the left is a countdown timer. Countdown when the next break session happens. Again, like 15 minutes after the hour. You can copy the URL again, and you can click to share to Twitter again. Now, when someone clicks your link, they just don't automatically join your room. They're going to be requesting to join your room. So they'll show up under pending. You'll be able to click their username to open up Twitter or GitHub, depending on what they logged in with. You can check out the profile and see whether or not you would like to approve or deny them. Now, if you do approve them and they turn out to be a terrible person, you can always ban them. Now, you as the owner of the Hako, only you can share your screen because, again, the point of the Hako is for you to be able to get help or feedback on a thing that you're working on. And I think by being able to show others what it is that you're seeing, you'll be able to provide the context for them to be able to get you that help or feedback. Now, the way you communicate through the Hako, like I mentioned, there's a text chat here to the right. You put your message here towards the bottom, hit send, it'll add to the list of messages. I also add the ability to enable audio chat. So anybody who has their audio chat enabled will be able to speak to and hear each other. But don't worry for the folks who don't have audio chat enabled, they'll still be able to follow along because what people are saying, we turn into text and put into the text chat. Now I have the opposite available. We enable text to speech. So if you're not looking at the text chat and you still want to follow along, messages put into the text chat will be read out aloud by your browser. So that way you can still follow along. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, you can check out all the different other Hakos that have been created. And yeah, cool. Nice. I went through that pretty quickly. Good. I'm going to get back to work because, like I said, I have a lot of stuff I need to get done. I think I got all my tax stuff together. It's only like a few things. It's like from my job and like savings accounts and stuff. That's pretty much it. So I try to keep it simple. I started a business this year, but then I think that happens next year. Because I started it this year. So yeah, so there's nothing like to really show except for me spending a bunch of money. But next year, I'm gonna file all that. I think that's how that works. I don't know. It's fine. I know you can do quarterly, but I'm not trying to do because I stress out about like forms and numbers, especially when the numbers relate to money. And so to do that quarterly would just like 3 times my anxiety in filling out these forms. So I'm just going to do it quarterly and just get it all done at once. So I'm going to get y'all back to work. Thanks for hanging out. See you 15 minutes after the hour. Till then, I wish you much productivity. And I'm going to send y'all off with some traveling music. This right here is a track by an artist that goes by the name of Nujabes. It's featuring a Pawnee B. The track is called Thank You. Thanks for hanging out, and see you 15 minutes after the hour. All right, thanks, y'all. Y'all be easy. Peace.
Let me start from the heart. I was born to stay. I thank all for showing up to me. I appreciate this unique opportunity. I'm gonna rock so hard you never stop supporting me. I'm gonna show you how music is more meaning to life. I thank you all for showing up to me. I appreciate this unique opportunity. I'm gonna rock so hard you never stop supporting me. I'm gonna show you how music is more meaning to life. But let me start from the heart. I was born to stay. I thank you all for showing up to me. I appreciate this unique opportunity. I'm gonna rock so hard you never stop supporting me. I'm gonna show you how music is more meaning to life. I thank you all for showing up to me. I appreciate this unique opportunity. I'm gonna rock so hard you never stop supporting me. I'm gonna show you how music is more meaning to life. But let me start from the heart. I was born to stay. I thank you all for showing up to me. I appreciate